Yesterday, we talked about the completely bogus conspiracy theory that spread like wildfire this weekend, that Joe Biden wants to take away red meat and even will force plant-based beer on people, which we know of as beer, as part of his climate plan. And the talking point included that Joe Biden's climate plan would reduce each American's so-called meat allowance to 4 pounds of red meat per year. We already talked about it yesterday. It's completely false, but that didn't stop endless tweets and TV segments about it. Congresswoman Lauren Boebert tweeted about it and just accepted the premises hook, line and sinker. Donald Trump Jr. tweeted about it. And indeed, the source on this stuff was listed on air on Fox News as the Department of Agriculture of the University of Michigan. Now, as I told you yesterday, this is a study of hypothetical changes from the University of Michigan from last year, from before Joe Biden even being president. It has nothing to do with Joe Biden's plan, which is simply the study simply said, if people did X, the result on emissions would be Y. Has nothing to do with Joe Biden whatsoever. Now, Fox News anchor John Roberts admitted on air yesterday that he pushed a completely baseless claim on Friday. I call this lying about Joe Biden trying to require Americans to reduce meat consumption as part of his climate plan. Here is the apology, which, of course, makes no mention of the fact that there were 3 days of news coverage and apoplectic Republicans, which were catalyzed by the pathetic segment that John Roberts did on Friday. Here is the retraction, if you want to call it that.
On Friday, we told you about a study from the University of Michigan to give some perspective on President Biden's ambitious climate change goals. That research from 2020 found that cutting back how much red meat people eat would have a drastic impact on harmful greenhouse gas emissions. The data was accurate, but a graphic and a script incorrectly implied that it was part of Biden's plan for dealing with climate change. That is not the case.
Okay, so at least he took it back. But the retraction is sort of convoluted and quick. It barely even really mentions what happened, and the damage is done. The genie is out of the bottle. You can't unring a bell. Very few people see the correction. It's much too late. And it's almost the strategy. They will knowingly make 10 ridiculous claims about Democrats, Biden, Obama, the left. They know that they're false. Some they will get called out on. One might explode so badly that 3 days later, they do a take back, but they've succeeded overall at getting the talking points out. They spend hours on multiple programs all weekend making the same accusations, and then on Monday, you get one short retraction. Remember that Judge Jeanine Pirro covered the same story. Remember these clips? I played them for you yesterday.
Finally tonight, do you like red meat? So the cows must go. Yeah, I like burgers, and I like my gas-powered car, and I'm sick of China having the upper hand over us.
What about Judge Jeanine's retraction? Even if she does one, it's only a weekly show. She's not back until the weekend. It's almost perfect. You tell the lie Friday afternoon. You set off a weekend of coverage. You quietly retract it on Monday on one show only. And by then, millions of right-wingers believe it. Don Jr. has tweeted about it. They've all signal boosted it. And nothing comes of the attempt, and it's pretty flaccid as far as an attempt goes, to correct the record. What John Roberts did was lie. And it's a retraction. It's convoluted. But that is what he is in practice actually admitting to here. And of course, we knew this story was false all along. There just was nothing to it. One of our sponsors is Apostrophe, a prescription skincare company for people ready to start taking their acne seriously. Prescription acne treatment really does work, and Apostrophe makes it easy to see a board-certified dermatologist online. You'll get treated immediately. Medications are delivered to your home, no waiting at the doctor or at the pharmacy. You answer some questions on the website, take a few pictures of your skin, and your dermatologist will prepare a personalized treatment plan tailored to your specific needs. Apostrophe treats acne, but they can also help with issues like redness, wrinkles, and dark spots. I went through the questionnaire process myself. Everything is super easy. They ship right to your house. It's really a great experience. Apostrophe will give you $15 off your first dermatologist visit at apostrophe.com/Pakman. The link is underneath this video, and make sure to use the coupon code Pakman.